Well, hello everyone. I've taken it that I am connected here. Hold on. Let's get some things together here. Let's see here. Hopefully this won't tax the, I'm having trouble, I'm having trouble logging into my own chat. Let me see what it looks like. Oh boy, let's see here. Let me go. I hope I didn't delete. I hope I did not delete the video. My goodness, hold on. Okay. Okay, I'm just looking to try to make sure everything is fine. Okay, and everything does appear to be fine. So let me find my page here. And as soon as I can see the chat, I would definitely say hello to everyone. Okay. I don't know. Let me try this again. I'm going to go ahead and shut this one down and start again, because I don't know what's going on. Wait, let me refresh this and see if that makes a difference. Okay, here we are. Okay, let me pull that one up. Okay, let's see here. Okay, now we're in business. I can see here. Okay, I think I lost a lot of you all's chat messages when I switched over. But I do know a lot of my moderators were present. And I want to say hello to you all right now. The only thing I see right now is it's me. Hi, it's me. I don't see anyone else, anyone else's name in live chat. So, hi, Beauty. Hi. Welcome. Can you all hear me? Type a 1 if you can hear me, please. Type a 1 if you're able to hear me. Okay, wonderful. Hi, Michelle. How are you? I know I did something, and unfortunately, I knocked off my moderator, so hopefully they'll be coming back. Knocked off my moderator, so hopefully they'll be coming back. Okay, here we go. Well, welcome everyone. This will be my, I intend for this to be my final presentation on Kenneka Jenkins. I think I have exhausted everything that I can speak on concerning that, and yeah, so I just want to come on for a final time on this topic. My final discussion will also concern the eyewitness statement. I wanted to see if you all have figured out about the editing of the photo that I pointed out to you all, and then I will answer you all's questions. I'm still looking for my moderators. I know they were on earlier, and when I had 2 lives up, so I ended one, and then I lost them. So I'm going to give them a few minutes to come on, and Hi, Adrena. Welcome, welcome. So how is everyone's evening going? You know, it's Friday. Who's going to go out and party later on? Who's going to go out dancing later on? Hi, Pam. Okay, we're going to talk about it. So who's going dancing later on tonight? Anybody? Are you going to stay home and get some sleep or get in a good movie? Sure, you say you know. Well, you know, the kids today, they are so wild. You know, I find it that the adults tend to be at home by 11 because the younger folks start coming out at 11. Yeah, I know. And I don't like to be out. I don't like that music that they are playing these days. You know, all of that cursing and all that stuff. You know, I don't want to be out there and hear that. I'm definitely old school. I like hip hop and rap, but I like it to be, you know, sort of clean. I can handle some cursing and stuff, but not all that nasty stuff. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I'm staying in too. One of the reasons, another reason is that my police officer friend is moving in, and he, you know, he doesn't want to hear about the Kenneka Jenkins case anymore either. So just to keep the peace, you know, I decided, okay, well, I have, you know, pretty much exhausted everything I'm going to say about her. So, you know, I told him, okay, well, since you're moving in and you being a police officer, I know you don't really want to hear about, you know, cases and bad cops and all that stuff. You just want to be able to relax. So that's another reason why, you know, this is just going to be my final presentation. Yeah. Hi, Philip. Yes, he'll be moving in. It'll be nice to have him here. Okay, so the first thing I will be doing is going over, well, you all tell me, excuse me, I need some water. Okay, you all tell me, what do you want me to start with first? The witness statement, the photos, or the question and answer? If you want me to start with the witness statement first, put a 1 up. Okay, we got 2 1s with that. If you want me to start with, now if we go to the photos, you're going to have to tell me what you saw. I'm not going to tell you because I'm looking for confirmation from you all. This is a very intelligent group of folks. Like, you want to go to the photo? Okay, if we go to the photo, you're going to tell me about the photo. I'm going to be listening. You're going to teach me. And then the other option is we could start with the question and answer. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start with the witness statement. Yes, Michelle, you can do it. You all had a homework assignment from several days ago to study that photo. Those two photos I pointed out to you. You just snip and zoom in on them and look for differences. So, you know, that's what that's about. Hi, Brown Sugar. Yes, it's a question answer period because this is my final Kenneka Jenkins discussion. I've pretty much exhausted, you know, everything I wanted to talk about it, and I have a police officer friend who's moving in and doesn't want to continue to talk about that, so that's what that is. Well, you always have my other videos you can go back and listen to, so you do have that information, and there are my ebooks out there too that are available, so you know. And then of course the other folks who've done research on this, I would highly recommend Dr. Ali, that you watch his videos about Kenneka Jenkins. He's the only one I'm going to recommend. Hi Tracy, welcome. Not to say that there are not no other good researchers out there, because there are. But I think Dr. Ali is among the best. Okay, so that's what that is. Okay, so I recommend you watch him before you watch anybody else. And remember that the YouTube community dogged him out because he misled people and told them he had a college degree when he didn't. So they decided to use his fib about his college degree and throw out all of his fact-based information about the Kenneka Jenkins case, which was the stupidest, idiotic thing the YouTube community did, because this man was truly seeking justice for Kenneka, and he was working to help the city of Chicago in the illegal organ trafficking, the black market business. Oh, thank you, Brown Sugar. Thank you. Dr. Ali and myself, we have a different approach to things. So, you know, when I'm no longer on, you know, he's no longer working on the case either. He stopped working on the case. Wow. I mean, he stopped working on the case a long time ago. So, but he still left his videos up the last time I checked. Okay. Hi Susie. Okay, so let's go ahead and, what did you say? Is he going to be your friend or your man? Well, Audrina. Well, let's just say a good friend. How about that? A good friend. So let's get started with this witness statement. You say, well, I believe a person that one lie, you have to tell another to cover for the other lie. Yes. However, if you look at his videos, he presents the facts to support what he says. Okay? And so that's why that content concerning Kenneka is reliable. But when he spoke about attending college, the information he produced did not hold up. Okay, so they threw the baby out with the bathwater, and I can understand, but this man was sincere. He truly wanted justice. He wanted to help the family and all of that. And I actually watched his videos. And that's why I can vouch for him, because I watched them myself. And if I had not watched them myself, I would definitely not recommend his videos. Okay? Right. Okay, so now let's get started. I'm going to go ahead and just start playing my PowerPoint, and then when it gets to that place where I start reading the eyewitness statement, we'll go ahead here. Statement by Gina McGill, social justice advocate, author. Accessories after the fact, the Trayvon Martin murder cover-up, which goes into great depth detail from the night of the shooting through the trial, with extensive in-depth review of all the documents released to the public, evaluation of the juror decision making, the forensic analysis that shows that Trayvon Martin was never on top of George Zimmerman, and shows what steps can be taken to make it safer for young black males. Okay, also gives a history of the city of Sanford, Florida, in regards to its racist action by the police there. Excuse me. I've also written 2 Kenneka Jenkins books. One called The Dead Girl Found in the Hotel Freezer, which contains the photos of the faces of 2 people playing the role of Kenneka Jenkins. And the other one is the Kenneka Jenkins case, which contains the photos of her being sexually assaulted, since the police claim that her death was an accident and that no one physically harmed her. Hello everyone, this is Gina McGill. Welcome. Okay, you all, I see this isn't working the way I want it to work, so let me try again. Hello everyone, this is Gina McGill. Welcome. I ask that you do donate to support my YouTube channel and to support my social justice advocacy work. You can donate at paypal.me/Gina McGill. Choose the personal option, or you can use your Cash App and send to $Gina, capital M, lowercase c, capital Gill. Okay, let me try something else. I think I know what the problem is. Hold on. Hello everyone, this is Gina McGill. Welcome. I ask that I'm trying to get it together here, y'all. I'm thinking, hold on. So that's okay. Hello everyone. This is. I might just have to go forward without playing it. This is the disclaimer for this presentation. Okay, everyone, I see that the PowerPoint presentation is not working. So hold on a second. That's a shame too, because I had I wanted to go over it in detail with you all. So let me see, what can I do here. Okay, hold on, let's see here. I think I know what I can do. Okay, let me find it online and we can go from there. So let me find it online. Hold on. Okay, I'm looking for it online. Hold on. Okay, be right with you guys. I'm just looking for it. Okay, take you right to it. Okay, so now I found it. Let me bring it over here. Okay, there we go. Now what I'm going to do is read it. Now this was given to me by someone that I do trust. It was given to me a long time ago, and I introduced it to the internet. I introduced it to the YouTube community. I was the first person to provide this witness statement. I learned the hard way that when I first presented it, I didn't have my name on it because I didn't think people would try to steal it and make it theirs. You know what I'm saying? So after that, I realized I had to start putting my name on my information. But you'll find some folks out there who are still claiming it that is theirs, even though I asked them to give me credit as the source. But they were so hungry for clout that they refused to do so. Okay. Hi, Beverly. I think I already said hi, Philip, Tammy. Okay, so what I'm going to do, can you all hear me okay? Put a 1 if you can still hear me okay. Okay, great. Wonderful. Okay, so now I'm going to start reading it. I know it's not clear for you to see. Let me see if, hold on. Do this. Oops. Then it makes it hard for me. Okay, so I'm going to start reading it, and then we're going to talk about it. Okay, so it says, let me bring this up. Let me go to it. Let me enlarge this. So this here witness statement was given to me by someone I trust, and it is supposed to be a statement given to Detective Dialakova by one of the men who raped one of the girls that was murdered in the Crown Plaza Hotel that night. And I'm going to clarify why I say one of the girls and not specifically Kenneka. And maybe you all can help me clear up some of that. Okay? Alright. So let me start reading it. It says here. On September 9th, 2017, at about maybe 2:30 a.m., I went to the Crown Plaza Hotel. Yeah, I was trying to show it, but it wasn't working for me. It wasn't working for me this evening. So I went to at about 2:30 a.m., I went to the Crown Plaza Hotel to chill with my boy Macho. Let me make this a little bigger. Who works as the midnight security. Maybe twice a week I go there to spark up with Marco on his break. We go down to the kitchen area that is closed, and we smoke up in the cooler. Usually it's just me and Macho, but on this night there was an older man who looked like a janitor smoking with us. Macho introduced us, but I forgot his name. So maybe 15-20 minutes into our session, here comes some drunk chick walking into the cooler. Everybody, including the girl, stopped and stared. The girl looked drunk and a little surprised. But when she looked at Macho, she seemed to recognize him. And then she started to, hold on, let me go back. She seemed to recognize him. Then she started to smirk, walking towards us. Okay. She asked Macho what he was doing here, smoking that stink shit. Then Macho giggled and asked her what she was doing down here. She almost fell to the side and said those bitches taking too long with her shit and she needs some air. She was talking with her eyes closed, and it was hard to hear her. She told Macho she feels funny. Then Macho grabbed her by her waist and told her he will make her feel better. Macho started looking at us, smiling, and started taking her pants down. She could barely resist, but she was asking him what he's doing. Macho started sex from behind, and her body was limp with no energy. And soon me and the other guy went. I felt stupid. When he said he and the other guy went, that means he and the other guy had sex with her too. Macho went to go again, but started getting crazy and bit her titty. And that's when she finally got some energy and grabbed Macho by the face and smacked him. Macho got mad, so he picked her up and slammed her. He picked her up and slammed her right on her face. She started to bleed, and we told Macho to chill, but he was pissed. He put the bag over her head, and she was on the floor fighting. When he stopped, let me go back. Then we stopped him and took it off. Then Macho picked her up and threw her in one of the freezers. Okay. She was still alive but was coughing and crying. Macho turned the freezer on and shut the lights off and told us to let's go. The next day, Macho told me she died and the family and friends were causing trouble, but not to worry because his guy would hold us down. I see people talking about it, and this girl won't let me sleep, so I want to step up. I can't take it. She wasn't supposed to die. We were just having fun. Okay, so that is the witness statement right there. Now, since 2 girls died that night, remember I showed you the face of the one girl in the video who was being lured down the hall, and that she didn't look like Kenneka. Okay, so the first question here is, well, the first thing I noticed about this is that they said the girl appeared to them at the cooler. Now we know Kenneka was taken in a garbage bag to the cooler, right? But another thing I noticed here, which is critical, and it says, remember, Kenneka was found in the upstairs freezer. Okay, she was found in the upstairs freezer. But guess what? Here it says, let me see. He says in the 3rd line, we go down to the kitchen area that is closed and we smoke up in the cooler. Okay, so we go down to the kitchen area. So is he saying we just go and walk, like we just walk, we're going to walk down to the store, versus we're going down to the basement? So I'm wondering which he means. Are they going down to the basement, or are they going down a level, or is he just saying we're going down, meaning we're going to this place? Okay, so he says we go down to the kitchen area, okay, and we smoke up in the cooler. Now it says usually it's just me and Macho is the security guard. But on this night there was an older man who looked like a janitor smoking with us. And I do believe there was a janitor there. Someone who looked like he had on a maintenance uniform. Okay? So now there are a couple other things I want to point out here. They said he threw Kenneka down on her face. And for me, that would help explain the following. Hold on, let me see what we're looking at right now. This will help explain the following. Let me find it. Oops. find it. To me, that would help explain why her nose appears to be kind of flat, where normally, you know, it's like this, but here is kind of flattened out. Okay, but again, my primary issue though is that Kenneka was taken to the freezer in a garbage bag. So my apologies, you guys. I'm looking at the witness statement and looking for things in the internet, so I may not see you when you come on initially. Hi Cold Pepsi, hi No Name. Okay, so for me, the only way this would make sense as it would apply to Kenneka is if she was lured to the downstairs kitchen and they were in there smoking, okay? Because she was taken in a garbage bag to the upstairs kitchen. But I also told you all about the second girl, okay, who was also lured, and we have the video showing them luring her, okay, to that upstairs kitchen. And let me see if I could find that. Hold on. What is that? I'm gonna say upstairs kitchen. Where is it? Okay, here. Let me see if this is it. No, I don't want to look through all that. Hold on. Okay, right here. Let's look. Oh, that's an image. Hold on. I want to get the video of it. Of her walking. Okay, let me go up here too, because I want you all to see what I'm talking about. Oh, hold on. I want you all to see exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, so is this it? You know what I'm looking for is them showing this person walking towards the freezer. And unfortunately, I'm not seeing that right now. But you all know what I'm talking about. Let me see. Oh. Let me go back to YouTube, because it's something specifically I want to point out to you all, and that's why I'm trying to find this footage, because I want to point something out to you specifically. If it doesn't show up on here, then I'm just going to say forget it, because okay, here we go. Now I'm going to slow this down, because I want to see you. Okay, so this girl, remember they edited this, but this girl that was walking, this was a different girl. This was not Kenneka. But what I want you to see here, should go fast. Someone grabs her. Someone grabs right? And they're not even showing you the whole thing. But when the girl gets here, just in there, you'll see someone grab her around her waist. Okay? And so that was an actual person. That was an actual drugged person being guided to the upstairs freezer. Okay? So, okay, thank you, Nene. So, Kenneka did not walk into the upstairs freezer. She was taken in a garbage bag. It was another girl that was guided into the upstairs freezer. Kenneka was in that garbage bag, I believe, and that was shown at like around 1:30. So that means whatever happened to her before 1:30. Okay? And so that eliminates, if you all believe that, then that eliminates the 2 o'clock, 2:30, 3:20, all of that timeline. Okay? So this is why I believe this witness statement applies to that girl and not Kenneka. You understand what I mean, you all? But then again, let's go back and look at it some more. Kenneka Jenkins was raped, based on folks who was in the room with her in that hotel and others who lived there who spoke to me. She was raped in that room. We just don't really know what time that video was recorded, and we do know a lot of it was edited. But Kenneka was raped in that room, and she was raped in that room by at least 2 men. Okay? But what I'm also hearing is that she was also raped by a hotel employee. And this is where it gets confusing to me. Did this happen in 2 cases? Was this girl who they guided into the upstairs freezer, was she raped by two men in the hotel and the hotel security guard? And Kenneka was also raped by 2 men and the hotel security guard? This is where I have my confusion. So if you guys can shed light to me on this, I would appreciate it. And of course the name Macho is given. And you know, that's an excellent lead. And if we knew the name of the security guard that they sent out of the country, even his nickname, that would tell us a whole lot. That would give us a whole lot of information. Okay? And another reason I don't, you know, if Kenneka was in that garbage bag around 1:30, then this guy in here says he arrived like around 2:30, and around 2:45 or so, that's when the girl came. So if Kenneka was in the garbage bag by 1:30, then that girl he's talking about was not Kenneka. Okay? But you all tell me. You know, the scene where we see the maintenance man pushing the garbage bag through the dishwasher area. Is that dishwasher area, is that on the bottom floor or the upper floor? Is that dishwasher area where we saw the garbage bag, is that on the lower floor or the upper floor? The lower level or the upper level? Okay, okay. Does anyone know on what level the dishwasher is on? Is it on the lower level or the upper level? Because the timing is significant. You think it's on the upper level? Okay. So if it is on the upper level, then that means about 1:30 Kenneka was taken to the upper kitchen freezer. But then we have we have about 2:45 another girl being taken to the upper freezer kitchen. Okay, so that's something, you know, we need to get clarification on. Now, I will tell you, around 2 o'clock, I did see Bree had, the surveillance footage was edited to make it appear Bree had left the hotel. But she didn't. She was still in that hotel, and she was watching to see when that drugged girl was brought down in the elevator. Okay, you all can go back and look at that footage very clearly. That person who's walking along the hallway as if leaving the building, that's not Bree, that's an actor. Okay, it's a male actor. So Bree was still in the hotel, and the issue is, she was near the elevator level, upstairs by the lobby, looking down. And that was about 1:55. So, and the person was drugged, so the person is not going to walk fast. Okay? So, me knowing where she was, and knowing the girl was drugged, and knowing that this girl was actually led to this freezer, gives me further reason to believe this witness statement, because this witness statement specifically says 2:30 and about a quarter after 2:30. Hi Mita. Hi Susie. So I hope I'm not confusing you all or throwing you all off. I know my thinking may be a little, not much at most the logical flow, but I mean, what do you all think? I know, No Name, you said you think she and the other girl were raped in the bathroom in the room. Okay. And and then the other thing is that what he said, and he says Macho turned the freezer on. Macho turned the freezer on. The unused kitchen was on the lower level in the basement. Okay, so there's a lower level and there's an upper level. The upper level kitchen was not being used. That's the kitchen where they had her body in the freezer. So if the lower kitchen is not being used, in what kitchen did they prepare the food? That's my question. Susie. So here it says Macho turned the freezer on and shut the lights off. Next day he says she died and the family and friends were causing trouble. Okay. Now on another video I wanted to show you all, but it's been taken off of YouTube, a hotel employee said that Kenneka was dead around 1 a.m. Around 1 a.m. And remember I told you all and showed you all that it was that they started rehearsing and filming, you know, to cover up for what happened to Kenneka on the 8th. I don't know how early on the 8th, but it was certainly before the 9th at 1 a.m. It was certainly before the 9th at 1 a.m. They started filming. Yes, they did. So, this only one or two things. This was premeditated murder, you know, or they were covering their tracks, you know, to hide what happened to her, or like they said, she was attacked, sexually assaulted and physically assaulted before 1 a.m. on the 9th. Okay? And then another thing about this that interests me is so many people were saying that she was. So my thing right here is, were both of them raped by two men and the security guard? Or was it just one person? And I'm thinking it wasn't. That's my question, because I don't know. You guys need to tell me. Well, maybe they took her shit too. You know, maybe that was the reason she started walking out walking in the hallway. You understand what I'm saying? Maybe that's the reason why she started walking in the hallway, because they had her stuff too. Or maybe they switched it around and said, you know, and put that on Kenneka. Because remember, they switch up stories here, you know, and they switch things around to confuse us. And I'm just tell you guys, I still have questions about. My question is, what's got me is Kenneka being in the garbage bag. You know, when she was taken to the upper kitchen. So that could not have been her walking, as they showed in the surveillance video, to the upper kitchen freezer. I mean, does that make sense? But yet the hotel is saying that was her. But we know not to trust the hotel anyway. And since there was another girl murdered that night, and since we saw the face of a different girl, one who did not look like Kenneka, being lured, and that girl, that person who was actually walking through the upper level kitchen, had to be guided to the freezer area, you know. So that tells me there are two girls, and that this was a different scenario. But my other problem I have is that the girl upstairs, she was guided. You know, there was the guy with the hoodie. There was another girl grabbing her waist. And so I'm saying, okay, if they are there, how likely would it be for these men to rape this girl with these other folks standing there? Now, my opinion, which I was trying to show in that PowerPoint, so let me state it, and I have the disclaimer in my description. But all I'm speaking to you here is my opinion, my point of view on the situation. Okay? So yeah, I do have some questions about this eyewitness statement. But I do believe Kenneka was raped by a security guard and two other men. I believe that. And I believe it happened in the cooler area, the freezer area. But I also know that there was another girl there who was also killed. And that was the one that was led to the freezer area. So you guys help me figure this one out. Okay? If you can help me figure this one out, I would appreciate it. Good night, Adrena. Because I believe this is a true statement. I believe it's a true statement. I trust my source. What I'm thinking though is that the hotel switched things up. But then on the other hand, I hear people who are saying psychics told them this, psychics told them that, but psychics don't have proof. Well, I'm saying I believe it is truthful because I trust the source who gave it to me. That's why I'm saying I believe it's truthful. And then the other thing is it rings so true to what people have been saying. Psychics have told them what happened. So I'm conflicted. I'm actually conflicted. But I know that a girl was led into the upstairs freezer. I know that it was around the time that this man is stating, because I saw Bree still in the hotel, not walking out of it as they wanted us to believe, and she was looking like she was waiting for them to bring someone down out of the elevator. And this guy was very detailed in this statement. Thank you. Hi, Deborah. Yes, I believe so too. Because if I was just... Good night, Audrina. So you guys, I have some questions too. I don't have all of the answers, but I trust my source. I trust my source. And my difficulty is that I believe this is what I believe. Kenneka Jenkins was also raped by a hotel employee, by a security guard. I believe that. But the conflict is, the only other thing I could think of, you guys, is that Kenneka was led to the downstairs kitchen area. Now, if she was led to the downstairs kitchen area, this would cause me to believe this applies to her more, because they said we went down to the kitchen area that is closed, and we smoke up in the cooler. So, but if they went downstairs, then what cooler? Then where do they cook the food? So you all, I'm not saying I have all the answers, but I trust my source. So, what are your inputs on this, you all? And I already know that, people have already attacked this witness statement and claimed they've torn it to pieces and that this, that, and the other. But I still believe it is authentic, because I believe that what is stated is true, because I trust my source. Okay, so let me go back here and read some of the things you say. You see, it's different stories, but it's contained two girls, but everybody's saying Kenneka. Everybody's saying Kenneka, right? Because that's the only name that we have. That's the only person that was found deceased. So that's why everybody is saying Kenneka, because we don't have a second body. We don't have a second name. And people are not speaking up about that second body. So that's why everybody is just focused on Kenneka, and the hotel definitely want us to think that it was just one person. So you're right, I'm too. You're exactly right. Susie, you say it's next to the loading dock outside. Okay. So are there just two freezers, or were there three? The kitchen that they were evacuating. So Pam, do you mean the kitchen that they were storing their food in? Do I think she died in a hotel? Yes, I believe she died in the hotel. They've mixed things. They've like it's a puzzle and they've moved pieces around, and so they've made it a bit confusing for us, like this witness statement, and but them not stating that it was a second girl, you know. But yes, I believe she died in the hotel. And see, the other thing I know is that if that was Kenneka in that garbage bag around 1:26, then this witness statement does not apply to her, because this is around 2:30. Okay? And then around 2:30 on the original surveillance video, there was a girl being guided into the freezer area around 2:30, 2:45. You guys see what I'm saying? Right, she's frozen stiff by the loading dock, correct. So is there a freezer by the loading dock? I mean, is this a third freezer or something, Pam? Beauty, see, I showed in one of my videos, I showed that it's called, like, can you identify this girl? This girl does not look like Kenneka. I showed her face, but this girl was being lured down the hallway, and you could see a man, a tall, light-skinned man, maybe even a white man, up against the wall, and she walks over there to him, and he talks to her, and you can see his hand. Okay, so this girl was not just wandering around the hotel. This girl was being guided toward the freezer. Okay. Okay, beauty. Hi, Kiki. Upstairs kitchen in use. Lower level kitchen under construction. Okay, now you confusing me, Susie, because I thought it was the upstairs kitchen that was under construction and the lower level kitchen that was being used. I'm confused now. This is right. So she was found in the kitchen that was under construction, which would have been the lower kitchen. Okay, but okay, so then, Pam, what you're saying is that the surveillance footage showing her, okay, so we know Kenneka did not walk to the upper kitchen, which is also under construction, since she was in a garbage bag. But we did see a girl being guided to the upstairs kitchen. But now you're saying the lower level kitchen was under construction too. So if that's the case, well, which kitchen was the hotel using? Oh, there is a freezer by the loading dock. Oh, okay. Yes, right, Michael. And you know what? I saw a video where they actually pointed out something like that, but that the surveillance videos deliberately skipped over. Right, Michael, the upper kitchen Caddyshack. Oh, so Susie, can we agree? So are you saying the upper kitchen was in use? Because according to the surveillance video, the upper kitchen was not in use. That is where Kenneka's body was supposedly found. Supposedly found. Let me put that out there. Supposedly found. You know, they're telling us that's where she was found. We don't know if that's truly where she was found because the hotel is lying to us. So we cannot say she was found in the upper kitchen. That's just what they're telling us. We know one thing for sure, she didn't walk up there. That's for certain. Because there's no way she could have climbed those steep stairs. Okay? I believe that too. I believe she was in the lower, then moved to the upper. I absolutely believe that. I believe that. But they definitely walked somebody into that upper, and they wanted us to believe that that was Kenneka walking. That's what they wanted us to believe. Because the other thing is that people are saying that, see, I don't want to get into what people are saying because people say a lot of things. Hi, Miss Brenda. Her friends are not talking about it because they were involved, number one. Number two, they may be afraid to tell the truth of what happened. But they are part of it. They are part of it. Because one thing, that is not them in the surveillance video. Some parts of the surveillance video even has actresses playing Shamaya. Okay, so but Shamaya has not spoken up. Monifa hasn't spoken up. Bree, we already know she was a part of it. The Caddy Shack is a restaurant owned by Bill Murray, who was in the movie, was starred in the movie Caddyshack. So, the only thing she was taken to the upper level kitchen, and there was another woman who was drugged and lured to the upper kitchen, but that was not Kenneka. Okay. So you all, that upper kitchen is part of the Crown Plaza Hotel. So you all, I'm just coming, I'm letting you know what's confusing with this witness statement for me, because I don't have the total picture. But I'm not going to allow someone to say, oh, the whole thing is fake. I'm not going to allow someone to, try to dismiss it and discount it just because they don't have a full explanation for it. You understand what I'm saying? And because much of the content, it sounds, it's making sense. It sounds real based on the information that I have. Is making sense. Okay? My only confusion is that, and you know, people are telling me, you know, people, but we don't have proof. People are telling me, or psychics are saying, that she was raped by 3 men. One's a security guard. She had to fight them off. You know, they covered her head. They thought she was dead. She died in the freezer. So they're saying this is about Kenneka. And this is what this eyewitness statement is saying. But the top part is saying that the person that they did this to walked into the cooler area, and it was at a time much later than when Kenneka, if that was Kenneka in the garbage bag, then that was at 1:30. And they're talking about after 2:30. And I saw Bree at 2. Okay? Down by the lobby area when they wanted the rest of, when they really wanted us to think she was going outside. But she was still in that hotel. Okay? So this is even more reason why I believe this upper statement here. Okay? So I hope I'm being clear to you all where my confusion is coming from. Oh yeah, they made it confusing on purpose. On purpose. Because in this witness statement, it's like the top half applies to the girl they actually guided into the upstairs freezer, but it appears like the bottom half applied to Kenneka. So it's like 2 parts combined. You see what I'm saying? But I believe both parts. I believe both parts. And we know we cannot rely on what the surveillance video shows us. And these people keep insisting, you know, that Kenneka was raped in a freezer. Okay? And that you know, they're giving this same description here that's in the bottom of this witness statement. So I hope you guys see where my confusion lies. But at the same time, I'm not going to allow anyone to say, oh, none of it's true. Oh, it's all garbage. I'm not going to allow anyone to convince me of that, because the source I got it from, I trust. And I also know, so I mean, maybe it'll come to me, maybe I'll figure it out in time. But I wanted to present this to you all. Maybe hopefully you could see something and help me see it in a perspective that makes it all make sense. You know, maybe you saw something. Okay? And you know, I could go deeper, you guys, but then it just makes it more confusing. And I guess, I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like making things more confusing than they already are. You know. Oh gosh. But I'm just telling you all, I believe the top part and the bottom part, especially the top part, because I have actually information that supports it. Okay? The bottom part is what I've heard people repeat and say that happened to her. Particularly people who have said, psychics who have said this. So, but I don't have any supporting information for it like that. What I would have for this top part, that would lead me to believe it. So something has been left out somewhere concerning, well, we do not know what happened to Kenneka. We do not know how she ended up in that garbage bag. That's what we don't know. But what we do know is that she was attacked prior to being put into that garbage bag. Okay? So now, if we trust that 1:30 a.m. time in which people believe that is Kenneka in that garbage bag, then this 2:30 a.m. time does not apply to Kenneka. That applies to another girl. And the previous videos, before they were fully edited, did show the 2:30 time, where they were later changed to 3:30. Okay, you guys. Woo! So I really wish I had more of the answers for you, but I did want to share with you my questions and concerns about this witness statement. I believe both parts are true. I believe they're talking about two different people, though. This is crazy. And I know that there are people who said they've gone through and ripped this witness statement to pieces and all that stuff, and they're probably going to come on after this video is finished and try to dog it and me out again. But I don't care about that. What I care about is making this make sense, and I trust my source. If I didn't trust my source, then I would have no, I'd be like, forget it. But I trust my source. I trust my source. So, let's go ahead to general question and answer, okay? Unless you guys have more questions about this witness statement, I certainly wish I could bring it to a conclusion of satisfaction concerning it, but I'm not going to lie to you and say, yes, this entire thing makes sense, it fits the scenario and all that, because to me it's like it's talking about two separate parts if you believe Kenneka was in that garbage bag at 1:30. Okay? And if she was in that garbage bag and they took her to the freezer, then that means she may not even walk to the lower level kitchen. They may have taken her to the lower level kitchen in the garbage bag, But they certainly didn't walk. She certainly didn't walk to the upper level kitchen in a garbage bag, because we see from that there was part of the garbage bag on her thumb. So a lot of it depends on what you choose to believe. Yeah, it is. It is. Oof. Yeah, see, the people in Chicago, they know what goes on at the Crown Plaza. They know a lot of people are disappearing. They're afraid to speak up. You know, I spoke to a woman the other day who told me the elderly couples, all that kind of kids, you know, people, they end up disappearing. They disappear. You know, this is not the first time. This is just a time where, you know, people, it really caught people's interest. Hi, Johnny. Okay, so let's just go ahead and go to the question answer period, you all. But I'm not going to you know, I just have to tell you what I know, what I believe, based on the information I have. Okay? And if we knew who Macho was, that would help us a great deal. Macho could answer all these questions. You know? I really wished I knew the name of that security guard that they sent out of the country. You know what I'm saying? Okay, you are. Let's leave this topic now. Right, if that's the real name. You know, if that's the real name. I believe that's the real name, though. You know, I really wish, you know, that I could help make the top and the bottom make more sense. But, you know, this is what the statement is. And you know, this is how it is. Okay? I do not believe that Kenneka Jenkins walked into that upstairs freezer. Okay? So, okay, guys, so what are your other questions? You guys have any more questions in general about the case that maybe I can answer? But guys, just know I've done the best I can, you know, with all the information and everything I have to make sense of all of this. Okay? I'm trying to find something. So you guys have any questions in general? If you don't, then I want to hear what you guys have found out about that photo. I want you to tell me what's fake about that photo. And I'm going to bring it up. As soon as I find my thing here, I'm going to bring it up. Whew. Okay, this is what I believe. I believe, you know, she was set up before, for some reason, for something she did. And this was payback. Okay? And then she was taken in between, and she was taken down to the freezer. At some point she was raped by the security guard and someone else, because the security guard who watches the surveillance videos, would likely see, what's going on. And then she was left to die in there. Then Teresa, for her reasons, chose not to get justice for her and chose to focus on getting money. Okay? So I believe this was all gang related. I believe it was gang related. And I believe it was all about money. I mean, with gangs, it's only drugs and money that matter to them. So it was about drugs and money. No, she was raped. She was raped. She was sexually assaulted in Irene's room. Well, she never walked. What level was she on when she was supposed to have been stumbling down the hallway? She was supposed to be on the lower level. And the only way to get up to the upper level from the way she went would have been to climb these steep stairs. But we know that was impossible for her to do given her state of mind. So, the surveillance video, they skipped that. Police skipped that, but they weren't going to tell us. But we found out. So we know that it was impossible for, even if Kenneka walked, it would have been impossible for her to get upstairs, even if she walked through the hallway. So that's another thing that tells us, she did not travel on her own. I believe she was attacked on the lower level, put in a garbage bag, and at some point taken upstairs to the upper kitchen where there was no food and there was construction to be found. What about the 11th floor? I don't know anything about the 11th floor. I surely don't. Beauty, I just, I don't know too much about masonry initiation. I don't know much about that, so I would only be guessing. Oh, they were on the lower level. Yes, because we know there's no way in the world she walked from the lower level up to the upper kitchen. And so we knew somebody put her there. I mean, even the other drugged girl who they lured into the freezer, she didn't walk up the stairs either. Okay, so they maybe they took that, they got her up there some way, but she didn't walk up there, she didn't walk them steps either. And that's why they have those actors in those certain scenes, for one of two reasons. Either no girl either walked that way, or you would have seen a lot of people around her trying to guide her to there. Okay. Oh yeah, Michael? Yeah, I believe she was taken to the lower level, and then now she may have been lured to the lower level, okay, and then bad things happened in there, and then they put her in a garbage bag and took her upstairs. You know, now that's quite possible. She may have been lured to the lower level freezer. Bad things happened to her there and then taken upstairs through the garbage bag. But whatever happened to her started happening to her on the 8th. If you go back and look at my videos, how I show you how they were already rehearsing for the cover-up surveillance videos. Even before 1 o'clock a.m. on the 9th, they were already rehearsing. And since that gives me more reason to believe that that truly was Kenneka's body in that garbage bag at 1:30. So I believe whatever happened to her on the 8th, not the 9th. And that the 9th was most likely that second girl. The second girl. Oh, you know, Gray Hughes is full of shit. And I don't even want to mention his name no more. He full of shit. I don't know. Let me see if I can pull up that. Let me pull up that article. I don't even know. Okay, so let me see. Let me pull this. Let me see. Where is this? What was it? The Chicago Tribune and Gray Hughes. Right here. This right here. Which many of which cast doubt on. I don't want to show like the whole thing because I don't want to do no copyright stuff. But this right here, this article right here, you will see. I can't even read it anyway. But you will see how he's saying it's all conspiracy theory. It was just an accident and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, when I asked my first question, I joined the group. He was on Facebook. He was administering, and I asked my first key question, and he immediately removed me from the group. That's when I knew he was full of shit and that he was covering up the crime. I don't know if Kenneka was there on the 6th. I'm kind of doubting it because I wouldn't see why she would. I don't know. Maybe she was there on the 6th because there was a ticket in the car, you know, and then came back on. I don't know because I don't know. I don't know because I just be jumping from the 6th to the 8th. So I have to stay with, you know, more of what I do know than more of what I don't. Right, it would be physically impossible. Okay. Right, the 6th, right. I didn't hear anything about Irene saying her party was on the 6th. That's the first I'm hearing that. Okay, so did anyone discover where that photo had been edited? Did anybody discover where the blue jean photo had been edited. Let me go over there. I mean, I really wish I could tell you guys more about this witness statement. You know, I believe it's like it's cut in half, you know, and there's a piece in the middle that's missing. It's something, huh? This is the first time of me hearing about it being in Germany mail. Welcome. So if you could get me that information, I'll look at it. I think, Grandma, I think she was just celebrating it in general, or she just, you know, mentioned it. You know, with Teresa, it ain't no telling. Okay, I don't know anything about what went on floor 11. Okay. And again, let me repeat, what I'm talking about here is an expression of my opinion. It was supposed to, all that was supposed to show, and the disclaimer and all that was supposed to show through the PowerPoint, but I couldn't get it to work. Oh, you all, please show your love and your support, and donate. You can use the Cash App at $ Gina, G, capital G-I-N-A, McGill, capital M-C, capital M, lowercase c, capital G-I-L-L, using Cash App. And put that down here. You know, please show your love and your support. Cash App. You know, if you appreciate the content. Uh-oh. What happened? Hold on. If you appreciate the content I have brought to you over this period of time. Okay, and PayPal. PayPal.me/. Okay, so this is my final presentation. I'm going to first, you guys have any other questions? Any other questions before I move to the picture? Before I show you what's up with the picture? Who said you're a weirdo, Miss Brenda? You're not a weirdo. No, I heard of the 11th floor too. I heard people talking about it. It's just that I don't know anything about it. You know what I'm saying? You know, I don't have any information about it. I don't want to, you know, just throw information out there that wouldn't help you or anyone else. Can I take? So, you mean, I don't know what you mean. You know what you can do though? There's Western Union through Walmart, or you know, Western Union can send a donation that way. But how about you email me, Grandma K, and we can talk about it, okay? I don't know if she was born on the 6th. Would love to see a birth and death certificate. Would love to see that. Thank you. So let's go to this picture, since this is going to be my final on Kenneka. Okay, so I'm going to tell you guys where to look, okay? Let me go ahead and close this. Okay, Michael. Okay, you all, you're looking at the photo here. Okay. Hold on, let me look at it. Let me pull it up here. Hold on. I want to make it larger. Okay. Yep, this is it. I'll just tell you guys this. Focus on her face. Focus. This is not the best photo, by the way. This is not the best photo. But I'm going to tell you, focus on the area around her eyes and focus on the area around her mouth, extended out to where her cheeks would be. Focus on the area around her mouth, extended out to where her cheeks, I mean not her cheeks, but her dimples would be, and around her eyes from just above the eyebrow, outside of the eyebrow, and on the eyelid. And I'm just going to go ahead and tell you, it was edited in those places. You will see that one eyebrow length has been cut off. Okay, it is not the same length as the other, and you can see that there's a blending in with maybe a part of someone else's face, or something. And then you can also, around the mouth area, you can see, I don't know if you can see when I do that. No, it's not capturing the mouse. Let me see if I can get it to capture mouse. Let's say capture mouse. Uh-oh. Did I mess it up? I just messed up something. My goodness. Hold on. Oh, hold on. I messed it up. Where am I first? Hold on. Hold on. Where am I? Okay. Let me fix this. So I messed it up. Here we go. Okay. But it's not capturing my mouse, unfortunately. And this is not the best photo, you all, okay? So the point I was making when I was showing you this is that I don't know why they have gone to this length to mess around with these photos of her. Okay, because it's the same type of editing that they did with their surveillance videos. So I don't know why they've gone this far. And I will tell you that some of her hair is painted, and they have markings in the hair. Okay, you know, so this is stuff that doesn't make sense to me. This is the stuff that goes off into, you know, this is some, you know, this is some shit. That's all I can say. This is some shit right here, you know, that I haven't seen before. You know, why go, you know, playing with photos that don't even have anything to do with the crime. Hold on. Let me look at something here. You know, either these people just have a tremendous amount of time on their hands, you know, or something. Golly. Hold on here. Let me go here. Let me go to mine. Take that down. Oh, let me see here. Yeah, Miss Brenda, it's jacked up. It's, hold on, man, I was just there. Okay, let me enlarge this. Now, I'm going to ask you all to pray for me. Okay? Pray for me. Pray for me, okay? Pray for me. I'm looking at something here. Y'all know what I'm doing, right? I'm looking to see if I'm marked. Shit. I'm looking. You know? But either way, y'all just pray for me. Because I have definitely delved into this case quite a bit. And I want you guys to just pray for me, okay? I'm laughing, but I'm serious. I am very serious, okay? I am very serious. I'm looking. I am still looking. And I don't know why. Oh gosh. I don't know why, you all. I don't know why. I don't know why I see the things I see. I don't know why. But you know, just pray for me. Just pray for me. Okay? Hi, Brian. Thank you. Okay, so yes, you know, I think I've come to a place where it's good for me, you know, to release this. You know, I think that I'm going into an area that, you know, folks would prefer not be revealed. Oh, thank you, beauty. Thank you, thank you. What I want to tell you is just so much evil. So much evil around this. You know, just so much, you know, so much evil. I've never seen this much wickedness before in my life. And there's still a lot of it going on right now. Okay? And so, you know, I've exhausted everything that I can share with you all. Okay? My final words will be that I don't think Teresa is an evil person from what I hear, she is a down-to-earth person. I believe she got caught up in something that was very bad, very evil, very horrific. Well, I know she got caught up in something that was that. And I wish she had chosen to get justice for her daughter. I wish she had chosen to be truthful with us, since she had asked for our help. And instead of devastating a lot of people and emotionally abusing them and all of those things, a lot of people were hurt behind this. She would have helped uncover a lot of evil. Okay? I don't hate her. Okay? Just very, very greatly disappointed. Okay? Now, if you want to know somebody I had to fight from hating, George Zimmerman. Oh my God. Oh my God. I had to struggle not to hate that man, because, you know, God said don't hate. You know, don't hate anybody. You know, really don't judge anybody. So that's why I want to end it with saying, you know, I don't hate her. I haven't walked in her shoes, but I do understand that when you're involved with gangs and drugs and money, that's a choice you have made. Okay? And she prevented justice for her daughter, and I believe she was involved, and I believe she knew what was going to happen to her daughter ahead of time. Okay? And that's been my position from the very beginning. Okay? And since I believe she was a part of this crime, yes, I want to see her in prison. I want to see her in prison, but that don't mean I have to hate her. You understand what I'm saying? But I do believe she needs to go to prison, along with everyone else who did this. Okay? So, this has been a journey for me. The greatest lesson I have learned out of this is to allow people to fall on their own swords. Allow people to fall on their own swords, which means I will not try to help people no longer be manipulated. I will state what I have to state one time, and then leave it alone, because people have to learn for themselves, and my trying to help people cost me a great deal. The people I tried to help came against me like I was the evil, their enemy. Okay? So that's what I've learned. You know, it's unfortunate, but that's the way of the world right now. Okay, you all? But I have enjoyed you all. I want to thank you all for tuning in and subscribing to me. When I come back, I think I'm going to focus on more constructive things to talk about, and hopefully you guys will enjoy it. Okay? So always I want to thank my moderators, Pam, Kiki, Tracy. Let's see, did I miss anybody? Who else is on here? without you all, I would have been distracted and couldn't, you know, focus on what I needed to truly focus on to get my messages out. So I want to make sure it says Pam. I think I saw Kiki. No, I saw Tracy. Okay. I have to go through them because I don't want to leave out anybody. Hold on, let me go here. Ooh. I have to go back to the beginning. I thought I saw Tracy. I thought I saw Kiki. I think that's it won't let me go up any further. Hold on. Let me go up further. Okay, so yes, you guys, I look forward to our society getting better. I hope people have learned a lot of lessons from this. I know I have, and you know, I will be back, and we will have things to talk about that will hopefully help us to make our society a better place. Okay? So I've scrolled up to about as high as I can go. So if I missed any of my moderators, please forgive me. It's not intentional. Oh, thank you, Brown Sugar. But yes, I've learned my lesson. I have learned it. Trust me. It's painful enough. I've learned it. So you all have a wonderful evening, and I will see you soon. God bless.